discussion related to polymorphism. What is polymorphism? If one object is exhibiting multiple behaviors based on the situation, then it is called as polymorphism. If an object is exhibiting multiple behaviors based on the situation, then it is called as polymorphism. Right. Polymorphism is divided into two types. One is static polymorphism, second one is dynamic polymorphism. Static polymorphism, also called as compile time polymorphism. Dynamic polymorphism is called as runtime polymorphism. Overloading is the example for static polymorphism. Overriding is the example for dynamic polymorphism. Then we are talking about method overloading. What is method overloading? The process of writing more than one method with the same name and different parameters is called as overloading. See here, add method into I comma into j. Again I have add method I comma j comma k. So name is the same but parameters are different. Within the same class, if you write more than one method with the same name and different parameters, then it is called as method overloading. When we need to go for method overloading? When methods are performing same operation, then we should give same name, hence it will improve code readability. If two methods are doing same operation in the same class, then you should give the same name, then readability will be improved. Anyone anybody who look into your class, they can understand these two methods are doing the same operation because names are same. Now, if you don't use same name, then people will get confused. So these two methods are doing same operation or different operation, they will get confused. That's why we will keep the same name. We have seen substring method. It can take one int parameter, it can take two int parameters. Can I call it as overloading? Yes, string class having two methods with the same name, different parameters, it is called overloading. When we go for overloading, at the compilation level only, it will decide the object should call first method or second method. Object here, calculator object I have created, c dot add. C dot add with two parameters, C dot add with three parameters. Here only it is going to decide. Here only it is going to decide whether it should call the first method or it should call the second method. That as the decision is taking at the compilation level, it is called as compile time polymorphism. The object is taking a decision when to call the method. So when the code is getting compiled, here only it will decide whether it has to call the first method or it has to call the second method. As the decision it is taking at the compilation time, it is called as compile time polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism. Are you clear with this one? Yes. Next one, the next concept is method overriding. The next concept is method overriding. The process of writing same methods in the parent class and in child class is called as method overriding. The process of writing same methods in parent class and child class is called as method overriding. Now, if you take an example, class parent. In the parent class we have M1 method. In the parent class we have M1 method. There is some logic. Parent class having M1 method. In this M1 method, parent is having some logic. Now, I'm going to create one class called child. Class child extends parent. Class child extends parent. In the child class also, I am writing M1 method. In the child class also I am writing M1 method. Now, inside this child class, I am writing a main method, public static void main string arguments. Public static void main string arguments. We will create object for parent or we will create object for the child. Why we will create object for the child? Why we will create object for the child? If we create the object for the child methods we can access and parent methods also we can access. Now, child C is equal to new child. Child C is equal to new child C dot M1. I'm calling C dot M1. We know how the methods will be executed in the inheritance. What is the method execution order? First it is going to check child C is equal to new child. Child C is equal to new child C dot M1. What is C? C is a reference variable holding child class object. C is a reference variable holding child class object. It will check M1 method available in child class or not. It will check M1 method is available in the child class or not. Yes, in the child class we are having M1 method. So it is going to call child class M1 method. Will it go for parent class or will not go for parent class? It will not go for parent class. It will not go for parent class. Now, can I say in the parent class, in the child class, same methods are available? Yes, in the parent class and in the child class, same methods are available. So priority will be given for which method? Priority will be given for child class method. If you write same method in the parent class and in the child class, then it is called as method overriding. What is the difference between overloading and overriding? What is the difference between loading and riding? Loading means writing the same method with different parameters in the same class is called as overloading. What is overriding? Writing same methods in the parent class and in the child class. Same name, same parameters. Same name, same parameter. If you write the same method in the parent class and in the child class, then it is called as overriding. We already discussed this yesterday. If I write the same method in the child and parent, always priority will be given to child method. Are you guys getting my point? Now we understood why to go for overloading. Why to go for overloading? If two methods are performing the same operation, then you will go for overloading so that readability will be improved. When somebody look into your class, they can understand these two methods are doing the same operation. These two methods are doing the same operation. Now, why to go for overriding? Why to go for overriding? Why to write the same method in the parent class and in the child class? No. Why to write it? Simple. 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 After getting the job, general example, after you got the job, after 2 to 3 years completed, your parents wants to you marriage. Okay? Your parents finding one girl in your, I have a girlfriend. Then you go for my, when I don't deciding, I ding. When, can you tell me what is overriding? The process of writing same methods in parent class and child class is called as method overriding. Method overriding. Overriding. When we don't want to execute, parent method implementation, when we don't want to execute parent method implementation, then we can go for our own implementation using, then we can write our own implementation in child class using method overriding. Read the statement clearly. When we don't want to execute parent method implementation, then we can write our own implementation in child class using method overriding. Are you guys getting my point? Now, if I am writing same method in the parent class and child class, I am calling c.m1. Will it decide at the compile time which method to be called, or it will decide in the runtime? It is going to decide in the runtime whether it has to call child class m1 method or it has to call parent class m1 method. The object will take the decision which method to be called in the runtime. That's why it is called as runtime polymorphism, because the method is available in the child class, the method is available in the parent class. Same method, same signature, same name, same parameter. Whenever you run the program, then object will decide this method should be called in the child class or in the parent class. As it is taking the decision in the runtime, this is called runtime polymorphism, or we can call dynamic polymorphism. Able to follow this? Yes. What is overriding? Writing the same method in the parent class and in the child class is called as method overriding. Got my point? Yes. Now, let us make one example on this. Let us make one example. New, क्या? We are overriding that. I will come to that. I will come to that point. Yeah. Guys, let us see one class called demo. Let us see one class called demo dot. Let me go for IDE. I want to go for reusability. I want to call the parent class methods when I don't have it. But all the times we don't want to go for parents. Some special scenarios I want to execute my own logic. Then we will go for overriding. Yeah. Let me take one example on this. Yeah. Okay. I'm creating a class with a name called child. I'm creating a class with a name called child. Inside this class, I'm writing another class for parent. Okay, parent void m1. So system.out.println parent class m1 called. Parent class m1 method called. Now I'm going for child class void m1. So here I'm typing system.out.println child class m1 called. Child class m1 called. Here I am writing main method to create the object and to call the methods. So class child extends from parent. Child class is extending the properties from parent. Now I want to create the object and I want to call the methods. When we go for inheritance, priority will be given for which object? Child object. I'm going to create the object for child class. Child C is equal to new child. Child C is equal to new child. I am taking C dot M1. Now, am I executing my parent class method? Am I executing my child class method? I am executing my child class method. I am calling C dot M1. But it is going to decide at the compile time or at the runtime. Runtime. C is what? C is a child class object variable. It will check in the child class. If M1 method available in the child class M1 will be called. If a child class does not have the M1, it will go and call the parent class M1 method. But in this scenario, I want to go for reusability. Parent class methods I want to call. But in some special scenarios, I don't want to execute my parent method. I want to override the parent method. Whatever the method is available in the parent, I don't want to execute. I want to go for my own method implementation. Then you will go for overriding. Run this program. Run this program. Okay. Now see which class method is executing? Child class method. Why child class method executing? Why not parent class method? Because we are overriding that. We are overriding that. Now let us take a simple example. Let me take one more example. Now here I'm taking one class called bank. I'm taking one class called SBI Bank. I'm taking a class called SBI Bank. Now SBI Bank is State Bank of India. Similar to SBI, there is a Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank. So many banks are available in the India. All these banks should follow RBI rules. Is that right? Reserve Bank of India is available. RBI will decide the rules for all the banks. Now we are going for RBI Bank. Class RBI Bank is available. Class RBI Bank is available. RBI Bank is deciding some rules. Okay. Now here double home loan RI, that is home loan rate of interest. Home loan rate of interest is available. They told that home loan rate of interest should be 10.85. They told home loan rate of interest should be 10.85, and they decided that double personal loan rate of interest. Personal loan rate of interest. Personal loan rate of interest, they told that 11.65%. Okay guys. So as per RBI, they decided that home loan rate of interest should be 10.85 per home loan. Let me follow the syntax. Yeah. Home loan rate of interest, personal loan rate of interest. Now, home loan rate of interest they are giving as 10.85. Personal loan rate of interest they are giving 11.65. That is the rule they decided that. But do you think that all the banks are following the same? All the banks are following the same. Now, private banks available, HDFC Bank is there, Axis Bank is there. They will tell that if we follow RBI rules, we can't run the bank. Okay, we can't give the loan for their rate of interest. We have our own rate of interest. HDFC Bank, SBI Bank, Axis, all are acting as a child for the RBI. RBI is a Reserve Bank of India. That is the main bank in the India. So all the banks should follow. All the banks should inherit the properties from the RBI. So banks are following RBI properties. They are inheriting. But due to their business condition, some properties they can't follow. They have their own implementation. So now, if I go for SBI, if I want to give the loan, personal loan, I can't go for 11.65. Okay, I want to give for 12. Point 5 rate of interest. Should I follow my parent rate of interest, or I need to decide my own rate of interest? My own rate of interest, because of my business conditions, because of my customer conditions, I cannot go for 11.65, which is decided by RBI. Some banks will follow, some banks will not follow. Simple. In the class, how many people will listen to your parents will go for arranged marriage? Parents will tell to go for arranged marriage. Some people will accept. Come on, man. Some people will accept. Some people will not accept. Some people will accept it. Some people will not accept it. Parents, matlab, they will tell that, beta, you have to go for arranged marriage. Some people will accept it. Some people choose they on their own. For some people, parents will decide the call. For some people, you will decide on your own. Similarly, bank also deciding some rate of interest. RBI bank is deciding some rate of interest. Some banks will follow, some banks don't want to follow. When the bank don't want to follow parent method implementation, what they will do? They will overwrite the method and they will write their own implementation. The process of writing the same method in the parent class and in the child class is called as overriding. Why we need to go for that overriding? When we don't want to execute parent method implementation, then we will go for overriding. Now, every bank should follow RBI principle. Every bank should follow RBI principle. Here, Boolean, check. Boolean check eligibility. Boolean check eligibility. Here some logic will be available. Return true. Okay. Documents verification logic. Documents verification logic. RBI people told that when we are giving a loan, what are the documents we need to verify? His educational details, his income details, his Aadhaar card, his PAN card, his property, everything we have to verify. So when you go for SBI bank, they will follow RBI rules to verify the documents. Document verification is the same. So to verify the documents, my parent already having a logic. I don't want to touch that because I want to follow the same process. If I follow the same process, there is no loss for me. If I follow the same process, there is no loss for me. But rate of interest, if I follow this rate of interest, there is a loss. I can't run my bank with their rate of interest. That's why in some methods, I want to call from my parents.